Thanks everybody for coming in. We're just getting live. This is MoringaCon23. Let's go ahead and go live here. Okay, let's go ahead and go live here. Welcome. 3, 2, 1. Welcome. Welcome back to MoringaCon23. Here we are in Plant City, Florida. We have an in-person event. It's a 3-day Moringa conference where we're going through all of the top benefits, uses, how to make all of these different products from Moringa. You can see we have loose leaf, we even have animal and plant products, we have human consumption products, even supplements, which are super valuable. And what we're going to do for today's episode is actually go into planting a seed. Not only are we going to plant a seed in a pot, but we're also going to plant it in a pellet, as well as a little Biobags. So we're going to get those for you as well. I have my trusty assistant here. He's going to grab us a pellet that's over here on the side, one of those little pellets just on the side over there on the outside. But also with the pellet, there's a little clear bag there on the side shelf with some Biobags in it. They're like little small pots that are made of like fabric. And they're just in a clear bag. You'll see everything on the side. So some pellets and the Biobags. Great, we got our helper helping us today. That was Jason, our assistant, and also our co-founder of the company here. As you can see here, we got seed powder from the seeds, and then this is leaf powder from the leaves. So we have the seed powder and the leaf powder here as well. Isn't that cool? Seed powder and leaf powder. Okay, let's at least just start with the pot. We're going to be here. This is really just a quick demonstration of how to plant a moringa seed in a pot. And there's a couple other mediums that you can use. I'm just going to do this right now just because we're in an inside environment here and we're working. Normally, I do like to get my hands dirty. Okay, so this is compost. This is already broken down really well soil. It has scraps in it, a few other things. This is perlite. This is obsidian rock, glass. Ooh, just be careful of all that. I have to breathe that in. Obsidian rock glass that has been popped and heated. Nice. Yeah. Thank you, sir. Great examples. So we're just adding this perlite here to a ratio of about 5 to 10%. And what this does, this is an inorganic substance. It's made from rock glass. It was just heated and popped. And what this does really well in a pot is it adds aeration to the soil and it helps with drainage. So we just fill that up like that. You can see that I'm pretty much putting it right to the top. Drink a little bit of water. Once I fill that to the top there, I'm going to go ahead and add my seed. Now there's a trick with the seed. I'm going to share with you this really cool trick that if you plant it east to west on a line, east to west, it actually will sprout faster and will actually grow stronger because you're using the flat end versus the tapered end. This seed has a shape to it. There's a flat end and a tapered end. What you want to do is you want to take the flat end and point that towards the east. Point the flat end towards the east, and on that plane, east and west plane, using this line that the seed already has, knowing that the flat end is going to be facing east and this tapered end is going to be facing west, put that in and sink that in at about 1/2 inch, about just a little bit of your finger. Okay, then automatically you can just cover it right up there. Now, if you want to add a little bit of soil on top of that, that's fine, but it doesn't need to be submerged very far. And then after that, just water her in. Just give her a little water. And what you want to do is you'll want to keep the soil soaked and moist for at least a week to 2 weeks, 10 to 14 days. I have seeds that sprout within 6 days, 5 to 6 days, sometimes 4 days if I soak the seed. You're more than welcome to soak the seed. You can striation or sand the shell. You can even plant the seed by completely removing the shell. The one thing that you don't want to do is rupture the shell and leave it kind of like half open, because that could rot. That could cause rotting. But you could just plant this by itself, and this will also sprout. This is the inner white part of the actual seed itself inside the shell. It can be done with that. It can be scored. It can be soaked overnight. 6 to 12 hours is really good. And that's a great way for you to be able to just plant a seed. We also have these pellets. I just wanted to show you some other examples of pods. This is actually a pod that comes dehydrated and flat. You moisturize it and you add some perlite to it, and you can put a seed in there, and that ends up becoming like a whole entire little pot. This is made from corn cellulose. It's a biodegradable corn cellulose. And then the other way that we really like to plant the seeds is actually in bags called the Biobags that we have here. They actually break down very easily. But what you can do, and we'll plant one really quickly here before we go, and we'll be back for our last installment here today of MoringaCon22, and then we'll be back tomorrow. We'll have a full day of events tomorrow as well. So come on in. This is MoringaCon 2023. Oops, this one ended up having a hole in the bottom of it. It's all right. These bags have been here maybe about a year already, and I can already start to see that they're breaking down. They've been outside in this bag here, so they're already very brittle. So let's go ahead and show you what it looks like completely full here. Here we are. And this is a bio bag. This is a small little pot. Let's go ahead and plant a little seed in there. We'll stick that in, about a half an inch or maybe an inch. Cover that up a little bit. And the point is to keep this moist for about 6 to 14 days. That moisture will help to absorb through the shell, and then it will pop out. And then from there, you can actually keep the moringa trees much drier. Okay. So we'll be back. We're going to close up the meetings here with another closing episode. All that soil and volcanic ash. So let's go ahead and close it up, and then we'll be back here for our last installment for about an hour or so. So thanks everybody for coming in. I appreciate you so much for coming through to MoringaCon23. And we will be back in about 10, 15 minutes or so for our last installment, where we can close everything up for the day and talk about anything. We'll do a Q&A session. Jason will come on with me and we'll hang out. And we'll also have someone else here asking questions. So come in about 10 to 15 minutes, and we'll see you there. Peace and love.